Starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
Here we go. Ready.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Ready.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
First down, Young. And his throw here's incomplete.
The Panthers at 7-2 here on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On the ball. On the ball. Ready.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
You look at this defense for Tampa Bay.
They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
Well, a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on first down.
Down the right sideline.
And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 45 yards. Boy, he currently stands 2nd in the league in rushing, and runs like that are a big reason why. Heck, runs like that might get him to first.
And when you've got goals in front of you, if you're 2nd and you want to be first, that type of running gives you something to shoot for and hopefully attain.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll keep it on the ground.
Westbrook, 51 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 29-yard line.
Second down and 4. A first carry for Rachaad White.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. It has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On third down, Westbrook escapes the defender, and down inside the 15 he goes. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Bucs are on the board first here this afternoon.
An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Panthers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him the first down.
Hands it off out of the gun. And a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Young.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay.
They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
That throw by Young incomplete.
That play looked off right from the beginning because I think he hurt himself a little bit and ended up making the throw short of the back on the screen attempt. It falls incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And the first play will be a field goal try. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right.
And this throw will be intercepted. Jeremy Chin puts it off. And the Panthers will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Intercepted. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Had a nice move, but couldn't free much space.
Travis Jones makes a tackle.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd and 6.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Ready?
Young on 3rd down.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now fourth down.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Returnable here from the 38. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Let's go now.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Now this throw caught left side. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28.
They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Palmer. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Really an excellent run. Sidestepping tacklers on his way to a pickup of 8.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Here is Young. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Young on 3rd and 2. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Let's go.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Red.
They're going to try and throw. Dancing to his left. And he gets this up across the 35 before it's out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off for the first down.
There's one thing they are lacking in is confidence. They took a big and maybe unnecessary risk going for that 4th down. He put them on his shoulders, though, and paid off the big-time gamble.
A first down throw for Young. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Bucs are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now a play fake here on first down.
Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Brian Burns, the one to bring him down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Flush to his right. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year.
And the Bucs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback.
Got it.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
75 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Looking to throw, Young. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Ready?
Young will set to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
Down the sideline he goes.
Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 69 yards.
And the Panthers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
And they'll accept that penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Reed. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
So first thing crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
And they're going to speed things up here.
Also begun. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
Second and 11. Finding Kyle Pitts running the slant. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 43. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
102 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
On second down now, Westbrook. Good footwork at the 30, and he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there and a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
First down, here's White. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They stay on the ground with White. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On first down, it's Williamson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there.
His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
And that flag accepted.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. That throw by Young incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll run on first down. Westbrook. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On play action, they'll throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And the Bucs are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage.
Now they'll audible to something else.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. This a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this fourth quarter.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Young. Flushed out right. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
3rd and short yardage, Young. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Carolina. And even 40 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Young. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Buccaneers' 25-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Working the middle. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Let's go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ready?
Now a handoff as they run left side.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
First and 10, Young. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
Yeah, they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Eluding the pressure right. And he finds a man on a crossing route. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back.
Here comes 3rd down at 7. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Defensively, with this lead in the 4th quarter, I guess you can allow a run of that magnitude.
You're right about that, but really the focus has got to be, don't fall in love with the idea that you're getting big runs now. You're right. They're actually being allowed. They've got to think really hard about getting some chunk plays through the air, too.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
To throw, Young. Flush to his right. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. From 19 yards away.
And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. That one looks like he'll throw here.
That's going to be caught by Pitts.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there. 18 yards from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Westbrook. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Panthers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Young.
He's going to air one out. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock. Look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay.